I'm in the middle of my dream Minecraft world, but I only have 7 days to make it real. With summer here, my last summer as a high school student, I want one last project, something to remember and something to enjoy. To start that, I'll need some wood, but if I'm going to be building something to be remembered for with only 7 days, I'll need some good materials. I'll also need the materials because as the days pass, my world will only be harder with different daily challenges. The first challenge being that hard difficulty can't be turned off, ever. Now the first thing I'm in search of is a good cave to start mining in. Okay. Now these early deaths may be a bit embarrassing, but I eventually found a good cave. With my new armor, I was ready for a bigger cave, and you can also now find the day counter up here for the rest of the video. Perfect. Natural pink sheep. Holy. Gee, like, that's like really rare. Holy moly. I'm gonna come back to both the village and the pink sheep later on, so keep them in mind as we progress to the bigger caves. This was the exact cave I wanted. It'll give me all the materials I'll need for day 1. Yeah, here's our diamonds. Ooh, mineshaft. Well, it's day 3. You'd be surprised how little my stuff burnt. However, I would die a lot more in this cave. And low-key, I rage quit after this. But I went into day 2, getting my stuff back, and I wanted better tools. Okay. 7:42 a.m. I gotta lock in. Finally. Why is there... What are we doing? After surprisingly losing nothing from that situation, I was able to continue my mining, but it wouldn't be the last time I died in this cave. Oh. We're so back. And I have found a small error. Are we joking? With 27 diamonds to my name, I would now leave the cave to go start on getting the perfect tools that I would need for this entire challenge. Especially if I'm going to be having like bigger projects and wanting to actually make this a world that I can fully survive in, I'm definitely going to need tools that are having at least like near max enchants. And to do that, I'm going to need 2 boats, 2 leads, and somewhere over here, a village. Now I'm going to use boats to transport these villagers back to my base, because I can then use a farm to then trade them materials for emeralds for gear. We're going to dig into the mountain. I'm going to put the villagers in here, and then the villagers are going to give me everything I need. Actually not die the way I have been dying. Well, now that I have the villagers, and the breeder is basically ready, I just maybe need some more beds. I just kind of need to breed them, and to breed them, I'm going to need bread, which I need emeralds for. So really, I should focus on my emerald making machine. And considering this is a video about me, my preferred method is just bringing back the string farms. But trust me, this won't be any normal string farm. While this string farm design was removed a few updates ago, I brought it back, and I'm not going to use one string farm, I'm going to connect 12 of them. And once it's working, look at that. And that would be the string farm. It only took me 3 tries to make. So multiple of these string farms would flow into one spot where I can then trade that to villagers for emeralds for gear.
Already day 18. And I haven't even gotten diamond tools yet. But I will have very good diamond tools very soon. This will be the collection system for when I'm not just picking it right up from here.
Alright, I'm just gonna do a lot of measuring now, so why don't we just BAM! Cut that, and it doesn't look any better at all.
Okay, and I think that should be it. I understand that this looks like genuinely nothing. But basically, the machine that I built earlier can perfectly fit in each of these stalls. So this will allow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then 11 and 12. To have 12 of them running at once. I built the whole thing facing the wrong direction, didn't I? The whole thing. Every single one of them is facing the wrong direction. Facing west, 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 east, 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 south, south. They all have to be facing north. They all have to be facing north. You know what, Weeball, I'm just gonna expand the farm to be a bit bigger than it is, but I soon find out after that I'm probably gonna need a lot of repeaters because it's actually a pretty big farm. I'm also doing this whole thing, these 4 are barely connected by one lever. I really should probably just get quartz and make repeaters at this point.
The repeaters would allow me to activate and deactivate all the machines with one switch of a lever. However, I thought I needed quartz for them from the nether, but I don't at all. So there's no point in going to the nether, but I still did, even though it's incredibly dangerous in hard mode. So I have to survive this.
Just gotta get some quartz and leave.
Oh, and did I mention that I spawned in the worst biome with no durability in my tools and no way to make backups?
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's there. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, mine with my fist up to where I have to go.
After thankfully surviving, I was able to just enter flow state and build the rest of the machines that I needed to do. I hooked them all up, and if you want an explanation, watch this cool transition. Ready? 3, 2, 1, BAM!
So if I flick this switch, it'll turn on 12 different string, like, farms that will then all flow down and flow into here. And then there will be hoppers here that will lead into these chests.
The next step would be getting a flesher villager and then trading this string for emeralds.
And some of those, I'll go get a little bit more wood, and I also want to get some sugar cane so I can make books, so I can make bookshelves, so I can make librarians, so I can reroll trades, and then get the trades I want.
Now, if you don't know, the reason why I want librarians is because they can give me every enchantment in the game, allowing me to get the best possible armor and tools to survive in this world.
Shipping edge 3, one of the ones I want. And there's silk touch. Ooh, we're 3. Oh, wait, I'm breaking. 4, 5, and 3. Oh my god! Oh my god. 553 is what I started at. And it took me 973, bro. Holy, it took me 420 of them.
Now that I have every enchant that I could want, I trade it with villagers to get some diamond tools, weapons, and armor, where I can then put those enchants on that armor and protect myself for the challenges that are coming up.
Bam. Alright, and then that's a very good pair of boots.
Nice.
Name this Chop. All the other ones have kind of dumb names. This will be named Villain Saga Season 2. And now, with everything finally enchanted, I can do bop, 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 bop. Oh yeah. But yeah, simple as that. Before having a base and only having one ginormous farm that isn't decorated,
I now have max tools and armor with no trims and no netherite upgrade yet. No, I went into day 3 with a 5-step plan, the first step being going to a nether fortress for blaze rods, because I would eventually want to go to the end. We don't have to get into the many dangers of the end, however, there's many dangers to a nether fortress. Are we for real, bro? Yeah, all that armor was not for nothing. I'm just really hard to beat, so I can just and pop. And I have enough for our wither, okay. Forgetting how insane my wither skull rates are, it's time for the bastion. Oh, well, that's exactly what I was looking for. Now, I thought the bastion would be a piece of cake like the fortress. I was completely wrong. Look at this damage. I had to be very careful in trying to extract a netherite upgrade template. Let's go. Exactly what I needed. Thankfully, I was able to make it back home where I could start on the 3rd step in the plan, which is to get a lot of diamonds and a lot of ancient debris so I can get a bunch of netherite. The reason we need diamonds is so we can duplicate netherite upgrade templates using 7 diamonds and a piece of netherrack. Then using those, plus ancient debris from the nether, we can then craft netherite, which we can put onto our armor and tools to make the best armor and tools in the game. By now it had been genuinely 6 or 7 hours of playing on just day 3 alone, so I just fully locked in with my pearls, I headed to the stronghold, got into the end, defeated the dragon, waited way too long for my happy gas to grow up. Oh, I just watched it do it in real time. And then I spotted an end city and got the elytra. Everything was going great and I was living the end city fine until I ran out of storage space and my game crashed and my recording stopped. And I lost all of my achievements for the rest of the video, so you might see them be messed up. However, if you're blaming me for this, look at how long this video is. It's like 150 gigabytes. Whatever. Let's get back to the video. But also, I forgot to record the next day for like an hour. I haven't been recording anything. While it was only about 40 minutes now recording, I organized my entire ender chest as you can see here, and I also cleared a large birch forest right here you can see in my chests.
Ah, damn.
This organization would be really the only thing I did on day 4, considering this is my least played day with only about 4 hours of game time. The first 2 hours would be spent just getting some materials, then laying out some roads, and then getting a beacon because I wanted to build a small basement for what will be my house. Then the other 2 hours were just spent lighting up my entire island. It took forever. Okay, short side quest, but the entire island is lit up. Holy bro. The following days 5, 6, and 7 were much of the same. While day 5 was 5 hours long, followed by day 6 being 4.5, and day 7 being 4 hours, I kind of just built on every single day. The one thing I wanted to focus on in this build was sightlines, something that's used often in games. However, I wanted to incorporate it from a dock that I would build down here. Because of this, when building my house on day 5, I built up a huge tower right where you'd be able to see it. I really wanted to make this tower nice and tall because I wanted it to be seen by anywhere on the island, basically. Or at least down the sightlines of the island. It's so much better. After building up the house around it on day 6, I of course had to decorate the ginormous string farm that we had. And by day 6, I also laid out some finer details like this little farm here and a little pond. Then on the final day 7, I laid out these huge farm plots to make sure that everything was visible from the shoreline down below and it wasn't just cluttered. While I have many other things I really wanted to build here, I wanted to end the final hour by making a little map for myself. To keep this pretty short so I can get back to building for you in the next video, if you want to stick around, like and subscribe, have a great day, and chase passion. Also, PS, help me win this sub race, I'm losing horribly.